Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that secrets can come to light, and the story between Lily Winters and Nate Hastings is no exception. The relationship between the two becomes increasingly tense as clues about Nate's mother Amy Lewis' past gradually reveal things that Nate never knew. Lily, who is cautious and worried about the people Nate always trusts, begins to suspect that Amy is not who she seems. When Lily discovers that Damian Kane, the head of one of the companies Nate and his family are investing in, may be hiding something important, she decides to investigate. However, this leaves Nate feeling dissatisfied. During a tense conversation between Lily and Nate, Lily cannot contain her worries. She investigates Damian Kane and does not hesitate to share her findings with Nate. He lied about his position at Danglers and Monte Cristo, Lily said, unable to hide her concern. They went to great lengths to hide who the real owners were. Damian was the CEO, but he didn't own them. And that was a big red flag. Nate, who had always considered Lily someone he could trust completely, was suddenly furious. He couldn't understand why Lily would go so far in investigating people he valued, especially when he hadn't asked her to. "I didn't ask you to do that," Nate said, his voice tinged with annoyance. "Why do you have to interfere in this?" Lily, with her usual assertiveness, continued to explain her reasoning. "I did it because I was worried about you, Nate. I didn't want you to be surprised, didn't want you to be lied to anymore." But, despite Lily's obvious concern, Nate can't accept the way she's acting without consulting him first. "You don't have to do that," he continues, "I can handle things myself." The confrontation doesn't end there. When Nate's brother Devon asks Lily about her findings, she doesn't hesitate to share the details of her suspicions about Damian. "There's too many unknowns about him," Lily says, "and I'm not going to leave Nate in a difficult situation without knowing." Lily feels a responsibility to protect Nate, but she also realizes that she needs to be careful about how she handles things. She explains that she just wants to help, but Nate feels hurt that he wasn't respected for his decisions. Meanwhile, tensions in Lily's relationship with Nate continue to escalate. In another situation, Sally and Billy decided to host a dinner to welcome Diane and Jack Abbott, and their appearance created a tense atmosphere. Diane, who had a controversial past with the Abbott family, made everyone wary throughout the dinner. However, facing all the looks and expectations, Diane remained calm, and the conversation proceeded with many surprises and truths being revealed. Meanwhile, Damian, whom Lily and Nate both suspected, decided to have dinner with Amy, Nate's mother. Amy, who had always been a mystery to Nate, might not be able to hide her past for much longer. Lily felt that this was not simple, and Damian's presence made things even more confusing. However, when Lily revealed to Nate that she had approached Victor to ask about Damian, Nate felt even angrier. "Every time I see Damian, I feel like he's hiding something," Lily says, not shying away. But for Nate, this is a step too far for Lily. "You don't need to investigate everything, Lily," Nate insists, "I don't want you to be involved in this." Despite the rising tensions, Lily remains resolute. "I agreed to have dinner with Damian if he could see his mother again," she says, showing that she won't give up until everything is clear. This story focuses not only on Lily and Nate's relationship, but also on the complexities of family relationships in Genoa City. Amy and Damian's secrets will likely continue to cause turmoil in Nate's life, and Lily will be faced with the decision of whether she can continue to trust the people she has come to doubt. Meanwhile, Sally and Billy face their own complications as they host Diane and Jack Abbott, and the surprises continue. Each character and story adds an inevitable tension in this world of intrigue and betrayal. A place full of secrets, and the Hastings Winters family saga continues to prove that. Especially when secrets from Amy Lewis and Damian Kane's past begin to surface, disrupting relationships that have been built over many years. This story focuses on the tensions, conflicts, and efforts to maintain relationships amid the constant lies, anxiety, and secrets. Lily and Nate, confronting important decisions. It all begins when Lily Winters decides to conduct an investigation to find out more about Damian Kane, whom she suspects is hiding a major secret. Lily, who is careful and always worried about Nate, cannot sit still when she feels that Daman is threatening the relationship between his mother, Amy, and her son, Nate. Lily tried to encourage Daman to make peace with Amy, hoping that their reconciliation would improve the Hastings family's relationship. However, Nate did not see it the same way as Lily. He felt hurt and unhappy that Lily had interfered in his family's life without his consent. "You could ruin everything, Lily," Nate said in a displeased tone, disappointment clear in his eyes. "If Daman knew you had investigated him, he might leave town without giving Amy a second chance. Have you ever considered that?" Lily felt her heart constrict at Nate's words. She had always wanted to protect him and his family, but Nate did not see it that way. He continued to criticize Lily for acting without consulting him first. "I didn't ask for your help and I don't need it. Are we clear?" Meanwhile, Devon, who has always been aware of Lily's feelings and concern for Nate, intervenes. He tells Nate, "Lily is just looking for him, she means no harm." But Nate cannot accept Lily's interference in his personal matters. He apologizes to Devon, but remains firm in his stance. "I'm sorry she's dragging Victor into this," he says regretfully. "We don't need any more investigation, no more random encounters. Let's just leave it alone." The tense conversation between Lily and Nate ends without any consensus. Lily still tries to protect Nate, but she seems to be facing an insurmountable emotional wall. Meanwhile, Nate feels trapped in a battle between his mind and his heart, between love and secrets he can no longer bear. Amy and Daman, an emotional encounter along with the tensions within the Hastings family. The story between Amy and Daman is also complicated. Amy, a mother who has been grieving over her husband's death and the rift in her family, is now seeking forgiveness from her son. Over an emotional dinner, Amy tries to reconcile with Daman and wants him to understand that her love for him has never changed, despite past mistakes. As Daman sits down to dinner with his mother, the mood in the room becomes somber. Amy begins by sharing the pain she feels when her son thinks she doesn't care about his grandfather's feelings as he lies dying. "You know, it hurts me when you think I don't care about your father," Amy says, her eyes full of emotion. "I'm sorry I didn't care enough." Daman, looking sad, apologizes for not recognizing his mother's feelings. He realizes that, despite past misunderstandings, he can still open up and share with her the pain he has experienced. Their conversation turns to Amy sharing memories of Daman's childhood with his father, Jackson. They both recall memorable moments in their family, from Figaro the cat to the day Daman was born. These memories make Daman feel the closeness and love he once lacked. This story will continue to develop and shed more light on the truths about characters we thought we knew well. Along the way, Lily and Nate's relationship will face many challenges, but it can also be an opportunity for them to explore the dark corners of their lives and love. Will their love be strong enough to overcome these challenges? The answer can only be revealed in the following episodes. The story between Lily, Nate, Amy, and Daman is a series of difficult decisions and irreversible choices. Each character must face their past and the truth they have yet to face. Lily, despite her good intentions, does not realize that intervening in Nate's life may make things more complicated. Nate, despite his deep love for his family, cannot bear to face more secrets he does not know. Daman and Amy also cannot easily escape their pasts. Both are searching for forgiveness and the truth, but can they find what they are looking for without hurting the loved ones around them? Can long-buried secrets be revealed without bringing everything crashing down? Surely, this story will have many surprises and conflicts arising, as each character must make important decisions that affect their future. The story between Nate Hastings, Lily Winters, Amy Lewis, Audra Charles, and Holden Novak is entering a period of extreme tension. Secrets, lies, and loyalties are tested in unexpected ways. And as the truth gradually comes to light, no one can escape the spiral of pain and disappointment. Nate Hastings has always been a responsible man, but this time, he is caught in a complicated internal battle. Since discovering that Amy Lewis is his biological mother, he has been struggling with his own emotions. Amy has a past that is wrong, she hurt his father, but no matter what, she is still the one who gave birth to him. What makes things more complicated is the intervention of Lily Winters. She cares for Nate like a brother, but that makes Nate feel uncomfortable. Lily constantly investigates Amy's past, warning Nate that there are truths he does not know. But instead of being grateful, Nate felt pressured. "This is my business, Lily. I don't want anyone else making decisions for me," Nate growled as Lily continued to mention Amy with suspicion. Nate knew that no matter what happened, he would protect his mother. Even though Amy had done terrible things, that didn't mean he would turn his back on her. However, his trust in his mother was being tested. Was Lily right to be suspicious? Were there secrets he wasn't ready to face? As Nate struggled with his family, he failed to realize another painful truth: the woman he loved, Audra Charles, was only using him for her own ambitions. Audra was a master at concealing her intentions. She knew how to make men trust, how to instill hope, then drown them in despair. To Nate, she painted a vision of a promising future, making him believe that there was true love between them. But in reality, to Audra, love was less important than power. She needed a solid foothold, and if that required deceiving Nate, she would not hesitate. The appearance of Holden Novak further clarified Audra's true nature. She and Holden had a complicated relationship, a secret that she tried to hide at all costs. She knew that if Nate found out, everything she had worked so hard to build would collapse. So she continued to play the role of the perfect lover, continuing to comfort Nate with sweet words. But Audra could not hide it forever. When the signs of lies began to appear, Nate began to sense that something was wrong. Audra became more and more mysterious, her words were no longer as sure as before. And when Nate accidentally catches her and Holden in a tense conversation, he knows he's been betrayed. Broken trust, rising disappointment, Nate feels like he's been pushed into the abyss. On one side is the mother he's trying to protect, but maybe hiding a terrible truth. On the other side is the woman he loves, but is using him. And Lily, the only person who truly wants to help him, is the person he least wants to hear from. Audra has given Nate so much hope. He believes he's finally found a trustworthy companion, a true love. But in the end, it's all just a game. She's used his feelings to carry out her plans. And now, with everything exposed, Nate is left with only disappointment and bitterness. Audra tries to find a way to turn things around, but Nate is no longer her puppet. He faced her, his eyes full of anger. "Did you ever really love me, or was it all part of your plan?" Audra did not answer right away. She looked at Nate, a hint of confusion on her face. But then, instead of confessing, she tried to distract. "You're letting Lily control your thoughts. Do you really think I don't love you?" But this time, Nate no longer believed her flowery words. He turned away, leaving Audra standing there, feeling for the first time in her life that she might have lost everything. When all the secrets were exposed, no one could escape the consequences. Nate was at a crucial crossroads in his life. Could he forgive Amy, face the truth about his mother's past? Could he overcome the pain Audra caused? And more importantly, did he have enough faith to love someone again? As for Audra, she may have played a very risky game. She thought she could manipulate everything, but this time, she was the one who lost. When Nate turned his back, she was left with nothing. And will Holden, the only person who truly understood her, have the patience to continue to be by her side, or will he abandon her like the others? This story is not over. The wounds have not healed, the secrets have not been fully exposed. But one thing is certain, after all, no one can be the same again. The battle between love, loyalty, and betrayal continues, and only time will tell who will be the last one standing. When all the secrets are exposed, no one can escape the consequences. Nate is at a crucial crossroads in his life. Can he forgive Amy and face the truth about his mother's past? Can he overcome the pain Audra caused? And more importantly, does he have enough faith to love someone again? As for Audra, she may have played a very risky game. She thought she could manipulate everything, but this time, she was the one who lost. When Nate turned his back, she was left with nothing. And Holden, the only person who understood her, will he have enough patience to continue to be with her, or will he abandon her like everyone else? This story is not over. The wounds have not healed, the secrets have not been completely exposed. But one thing is certain, after all, no one can be the same again. The battle between love, loyalty, and betrayal continues, and only time will tell who will be the last one standing. Subscribe to Y&R for the latest news on our channel.